This very photo Oba na tax collector. He say na so money he dey collect. He go collect from Nigeria government, he go pocket am. He go collect from Edo state government, he go pocket am. He go collect from Chinese companies, he go pocket am. He go collect from British government because of the artifacts wey dem thief for our land. Igodo artifacts. Oba collect 48 million pounds from British government. That 48 million pounds, only in one pocket am. That money na billions upon billions of naira wey go fit repair Edo State, all the whole road for Edo State. Build enough companies, our people go dey chop nyafu. But Oba no do am. Instead, only in one pocket the money. It is say we no go know. Oba just know only him own. Na him make all the whole road for Benin don scatter finish. Everything for Edo State right now, Oba no dey. All the whole road for Edo State don scatter finish. Oba of Benin no dey talk anything. Fulani herdsmen dey kill, dey kidnap. Oba no fit talk anything because the land no be him. I know say Oba go soon go back to Ile-Ife because he don see am say the owners of the land don rise up. Yes, and very soon they go demand for their land. Oba of Benin dey sell land sharp with any amount. Abeg my people, if una wan buy land, make una dey careful o. Make una no buy land from Oba o. Make una no follow am buy land because he go play una 419. Oba no get land for Edo o. Oba no get land for Edo State. We go soon chase am comot for our land, the land of Igodo.
Jena mande kene kwamgi ndewo Abate kwa palace
Fire service come, fire service come. Oba I talk for your house, looking for my house. Jaga. Oba dey for palace, he sell our land. He dey collect all the money, give am out. Go, bow. Oba dey for heaven, Oba people dey for heaven. Fire service come, fire service come.
I greet every one of you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Today will be a very interactive section. We'll be asking questions, we'll be having discussion. I will call it an open discussion for everyone. I don't care where you come from, what you represent. What matters to me is that you make your point and you defend your point. They ask you a question, you answer. You defend whatever you say, not coming to say something and after saying it, you just run out and saying you don't need to answer the question that will come for it. No. Before I go on, my name is MAP Eziokubundu 1, and we are live on TikTok, we are live on YouTube, we are live also on Facebook, and we are here to set a lot of records straight, to correct a lot of things that is going on, a lot of lies that many of us have already seen as truth, and those things is what I will be pointing out. I am not here today for any saga. As you can see, I am not ready for any saga today. We are here to learn and lecture and say the one we know, because there is a lot of things that is going on around the world. There is a lot of lies being circulated about the Igbos and about the Africa, and because of nobody asks questions, and all of us will think that those things are true. Please, if you're on TikTok and you cannot comment, please let me know, because I want to know if you can comment. I don't know if the comment section is closed or not. So if you're on TikTok, please let me know if you can comment or not, or let me use my second account to check it out. Before I will close my comment section
to check it out. Before I will.
Let me check it out. We have a lot of things that is going on. Okay, the comment section is open. The comment section is open. I have seen it. Now, we have a lot of lies that is going on around the world. And these lies are mostly spread in Igbo land. And the most people that buy this very funny idea is Ndi Igbo. And that is why I am here to be correcting those things. And it's better we start looking for the real truth than accepting lies and also spreading the lies. And today in Italy, I reside in Italy, and today is a holiday. Today, no job, no work, I mean. Everybody, everything that has to do with work today is you have to rest. But I want to ask some of you who are not residing in Italy, some of Ndi Igbo and African, do you know why today is a public holiday in Italy? Do you know why today is being regarded as a day in Italy as a public holiday? Now, in case you don't know, today is being mapped out for a public holiday for the people that are dead, for their forefathers that, okay, I don't know, I will talk about where I am. I will talk about my own, the country I am. I cannot talk about others. Okay, people are saying all over Europe. All over Europe. In other words, people that are residing in Germany are still saying the same thing, that they are sitting at home. People that are residing in France are saying that they are staying at home today, that today is a public holiday. Now, do you know why today is public holiday? Okay, Nwanwa said even Germany too. Now, most of you, have you people asked yourself, why is today public holiday? In Italy, today is public holiday. Today is a Festa de Morti. That is a day for the dead, a day for their forefathers, a day for their ancestors, a day they used to go and respect those that have died, a day that they map out for the dead. In Africa, how do you treat your own dead? They tell you to use Holy Ghost fire to be firing your dead people. Anything my forefathers do, is it coming from my forefathers? Holy Ghost fire, I condemn you, I disembark you, I disband you, I tie you, I requidue you. You need to respect those that bring life to you. You need to respect those that give you life. Today, they will take flowers and other things, precious, to the cemeteries, to the graves. They give to their loved ones. They give it to their heroes and heroines. They give it to those that die for them. They recognize that people give them life. These are the same people that bring Bible to you. But in Africa, in our side, do you have any day you respect for the dead, you map out for the dead? Do you have any day that you say, oh, today is a day that I will respect those that give me life. I will respect those that fight for my land. I will respect those that fight for me to have a land. Now, there is a program one of our sister made some times ago, and she titled it, Do You Know Your Ancestor? I ask you again, do you know your ancestor? Let me tell you, who are your ancestors? Today, as an Igbo man, you will be proud to say you are an Igbo man. Abum onye Igbo. Abum nwa afọ Igbo. Ala Igbo. Who discovered that Ala Igbo? Who fought to have that Ala Igbo? Who sacrificed his life for that Ala Igbo? Today, you eat food. I say you are eating Igbo food. You are eating Yoruba food. You are eating Ghana food. Who are the people that discover those food for you? Now, anyone that despises his ancestor automatically despises himself. Anyone who hates his ancestor, if you hate your forefathers, if you hate your ancestor, if you say your ancestors are evil, it means that you are evil. Because you are the carbon copy, the photocopy of your ancestor. Your ancestors reincarnated in you. Your ancestors gives you life. Your ancestors are the reason you are speaking today. Today, you can be able to communicate with your brothers and sisters is because your ancestors found language. Your ancestors knows what language is all about. Feel free to join the program if you want to join, please. Feel free to join, most especially if you are in TikTok. I want to tell you, you are your ancestor. You have the skin of your ancestor. You have the blood of your ancestor. You have everything. Today you are eating apple. You are eating ulioka. Who are the people that discovered all those food for you? Today you will be proud to say you eat egusi. Today you will be proud to say you eat obolo. Today you're proud to eat all kind of food. And the same you, after eating it, will open your mouth and say you hate your ancestors are evil. Now, some of you, because you are not educated or because you are misinformed, because you are not sensible enough, because you cannot ask questions, a lot of you today are saying that the white people brought hospital for you, the white people brought education for you, the white people brought machine for you, the white people brought civilization, because you are not, you cannot ask a ordinary question. You don't have ordinary sense. Common sense is not common. You don't reason. That is the reason why you cannot ask yourself, before the white man come, were you able to communicate to one another? The answer is yes. How were you able? Is our forefathers able to communicate with one another? That is language, which means our forefathers has language. Was our forefathers able to make farms to cultivate for what they will eat? Which means our forefathers have been into farming. What do they use to cultivate? Are they using their teeth to cultivate? Are they using their prick to till the ground? In other words, our forefathers knows what is cutlass. They manufacture cutlass, which is under the construction and production, which is science and technology. Our forefathers manufactured digger that you use to dig yam out. And today, you say that the white people brought this for you. And I ask some of you, most especially the Christians, was Jesus able to enter motor while he was alive? The answer is no. Abraham, David, Solomon, and the rest, do they know the meaning of car? The answer is no. Does it mean that their forefathers cannot provide it for them? It's because their forefathers they don't have the knowledge. Now, some of you will say the white people brought education. It's because you don't know the meaning of education. When your mother gives birth to a child and he starts teaching you how to bath, how you will take your bath, he is educating you on how to bath. When your mother is teaching you how to cook, automatically is educating you on cooking. When your father is educating you how to be a man, how to control your family, is educating you on that. When your father is educating you that it is your responsibilities to provide for your family and take care of your family, it is education. When your father is educating you, maybe if your father is a hunter, he's not teaching you how to hunt, he's educating you on that. When your father is, if for those that are into nkanozu, which is into science and technology, in Igbo language, they call it nkanozu. Ọwụ na na-akụziri gị ka eji akpụ ogene, ka eji akpụ ngwu, ka eji akpụ mma, ka eji akpụ ite pot, ka eji akpụ ite ọna, enya na ihe ndị ọzọ na ngaji eji eri nri. He is educating you into science and technology. But because you are not educated, because the white people have brainwashed you, You now think that the white people are the one that brought everything to us. They never brought anything to you. Now, here in Europe, today, every November 1st, not only, just every November, first day of November, is a day the Italy map out to respect their forefathers, because to respect their ancestors, to give honor to their ancestors. They take flower to them to at least appreciate them for coming, to giving them life, for laying the foundation. That is why Italy man today, you can do anything, but you see, they know that only their father have right over them. That's why I ask you, when I watch the video of our brother, Lozeus, I shed tears, because Christianity, no matter how you think you're educated as an African man, you still live a life of a delusion. You don't know your history. That is the problem. And there is another problem, a mistake our people are making today. They said, most especially, I am referring to Ndi Igbo. Today, they say that the 5 Star of David were discovered in Igbo. That is a fallacy. There is no any Star of David discovered in Igbo. What was discovered in Igbo is Igbo Star. The question now is, who named it Star of David? How does it become Star of David? You find something in your land, instead of you to give it a name, you go and give it another person's name. You give the glory to another person. The same way, the education that was given to us by our forefathers, we are now giving the glory to Fulani, to white people, not even white, because there's nothing like white people, to the brown-colored people. And you are proud of it. Some of you say that the white people brought education, school in our land. How? And that is why I am challenging any person in this open discussion to come and prove to us how white people, how the brown people, how the Europe brought science and technology to us. How the Europe brought education to us. How the Europe people brought schools for us. So that you will be able to tell me how our forefathers were able to harvest egusi soup, how our forefathers were able to plant farm and cultivate it. I can tell you today that 95% of the food we are eating were made in Africa. It's not here in Europe. You don't find it in Europe. You don't see it in Europe. So how do they bring it for us? That is why an inferiority complex is what is eating us very hard. Today, Onyiboye Mepano Segi, he migrated from Israel. How? How do you migrate? Today, Eka people are in a deep mess because they don't want to respect or even acknowledge themselves. They are living in identity crisis, in a self-denial. Maybe by tomorrow, after 100, if Benin people succeed in brainwashing them, they will be the ones spreading the rumor that they migrate from Benin. Some of you will agree that everybody migrated from somewhere. That somewhere that migrated, where is the place they are migrating from? Everybody did not migrate from somewhere. That you don't know your history does not mean that others don't know. Because today, if you want to find your history, you will be looking into a book, a written book. That is another way of deceiving yourself. Many of you are deceiving yourself. Today, Africa don't have what is their own originality. Everything they want to give thanks to brown skin colored people. Who is your ancestor? Can any of you come here to tell us who is your ancestor? And tell me the sin of your ancestor. You hate your ancestor because somewhere ask you to hate your ancestor. That is Tetego. Who asked you to hate your ancestor? And why do you hate your ancestor? You don't want to answer. Can any of you tell me the single reason, the crime of your ancestor? Your ancestors never committed any crime. You hated your ancestor because you want to be a slave. Why is Africa not celebrating and respecting their forefathers? Why is Africa not honoring their forefathers? Why are the Africans not honoring their forefathers? Because someone somewhere tell you that your forefathers are evil. You buy that idea. You never ask the person, how is my forefathers evil? What crime have they committed? How do they demonstrate evil? The same way some of you will come out to say, Mary Celeste, stop the buying of twins. How? Was your forefather buying twins? Go to Europe. You can never see any twin that is up to 100 and something years. These people, every evil that they did, they told you that their forefathers, that it is your forefathers that committed such evil. And because you don't ask questions, you buy into it. You are agreed. That is why your forefather that labored for you, they make sure that they have a land, a place you can, after you have traveled, you will say, I am from an Igbo, I am an Igbo man. Igbo is located in the West Africa. Igbo is located today in eastern part of the zoo. Igbo is part of the people that's clamoring for Biafra restoration. You say that you are an Igbo man. Who make you an Igbo man? How do you become an Igbo? It's because of your ancestor. If your ancestors never lived, never wanted you to be, they will not die to find a place to fight for a land for you. They will not. And because of, instead of you to embrace your culture, when you see our culture, let me use the masquerade for example. When they do masquerade, you say masquerade is fetish. How can someone dress like a witch? How can someone put on all this thing? But yesterday, most of you in Europe, in America, who are saying it, you dress your child in a masquerade way to celebrate Halloween. What is Halloween? What is the meaning of Halloween that is being celebrated in the whole world today? Halloween is a celebration of the witches and wizards. Halloween is a celebration of it's American culture, not even European culture. Many of you don't know. Halloween is an American culture. But because they celebrate it, they valued it. Today, you can be free to paint your child like the devil of the European devil, to celebrate Halloween with the American people. But when it comes to your culture, you say it is fetish. You don't want to do it. Tell me why Africa will move forward with this kind of mentality, with inferiority complex, with looking down on themselves. How will you go forward? You can't move forward. You can never progress, because the people who found the land that you are marching on, you are abusing them. The people who give the blood you are living on today, you are abusing them. In other words, you are abusing yourself. The people who discover the food you are eating today, all the things you are eating, you are abusing them, and you want to move forward. Please, how will you move forward? You choose to celebrate other people's ancestors. You choose to take the glory of our forefathers, our ancestors, you give it to one deity called Jesus. 99% of the people claiming to be Christian today, they don't even know the history of Christian. The word Christian generates from the idol worshippers. The word Christianity is another word for idol, of an abominable thing. But you as an African today, you are worshiping it. You are a proud Christian. You hate your culture. You take the good of our ancestors, you take it for granted. You don't want to associate yourself with your ancestors, but you are carrying their blood, living in their land, eating their food. Let me ask you, as you are now, as a mother, as a father, you give birth to a child, you suffer, you train that child, you walk in the sun, you labor in the rain, you do everything to make sure that that child have a bright future. And all of a sudden, all your effort, all your plans, all your work paid off. That your child started doing well because you sold your wrapper to train her, to train him or her in school. The man sold some piece of the land he has to make sure that he established him. And this your son, this your daughter starts doing well. He now have a lot, and he went and start giving another man's father the glory. The man's father never contributed anything to that your child life. Because they told your child now that you are evil for no reason. They lied to your child. And that your child now, when he grow up and after all your labor start doing well, all your effort, that child starts seeing it as evil. And that child is still eating that everything you labored for, standing on it. How will you feel as a father seeing your own child spitting on you, seeing your own child? Fine. Just a minute, I'm coming. Okay. After everything that you did for this your child, and this your child started abusing you, taking your own share, your own part of the glory, your own fruit of your labor, this child starts giving it to others, giving it to another man. You as the father, how will you feel? Will you be happy with that your child? Tell yourself the truth. Will you knock your chest and say, this you are proud of this your child, let him or her continue? If you know you cannot be proud of that your child, know that your ancestors cannot be proud of you. And I know you will withdraw your blessings from that your child. That is the reason our ancestors are withdrawing their blessing on us. And today, we are living in a slavery. We are not enjoying anything. Today, the Europe that brings the Christianity to you is celebrating their ancestors. Any of your dead one have joined your ancestor, it becomes your ancestor. Ancestors are your dead people. Those that have lived and they return to the land of no return. These are your ancestor. It might be your brother. It might be your sister. It might be your father. It might be your mother. It might be your auntie. It might be your uncle. Now you are abusing them. And some of you don't think that your culture is evil. Maybe tomorrow morning, I will show you one video. Last week, somebody killed, unalive himself in front of my house here, in front of my doorstep. I didn't tell you my street. In front of my doorstep here. Maybe tomorrow I will show you the particular door that man unalive himself. There is a ritual the man that owned that door is doing for past 1 week because somebody died in his doorstep. But these are the people who told you that your culture is evil. And you think by making your culture look evil that you are doing a great job. Now, when I watch our brother, Los Zeus, because of a native doctor that unalive another person in the name of Nene Mogu, He now put it to our, that is our culture. That is Ndomenala. I will listen to the guy. I now understand the meaning of Nobu Yogonogo Bunanga Metola. I now understand that Nobu Yogonogo Bunanga Metola. He now told you that you say you don't want the brown people's culture, but you are using their car, you are using their phone, you are using their this and that. I was like, is this people, does it mean that our people cannot ask questions any longer? Does it mean that our people are this foolish? Now, England are the owner of Anglican Church. Italy are the people that bring Catholic Church, which is the Christianity. Ask yourself, who is the Christian they are talking? The Jesus they are talking, was Jesus a Christian? The answer is no. Jesus was never a Christian. Jesus is a deity in a Greek. If you go to Vatican City where the Pope lives, you will see a lot of deities there. They worship fallacy, but they make you to be thinking that your own is evil, and you should start worshiping theirs. When we tell you that Christianity is an idol worship, you will say, God forbid, I cannot worship idol. The moment you become a Christian, you become an idol worshiper. Because the Israel you are talking, Israel was never a Christian up till today. They are Jewish. Why is Christian not a Jewish? You never ask yourself this question. Now, can you tell me one thing that the Christianity brought to you? The people that parade themselves as missionaries, Red Cross, those that will come with first aid, all of them are Mafians. They are Mafians. When I say Mafians, you need to understand the meaning of Mafians. All of them are Mafians. What they come to your land is to check where the mineral resources are. And they will take the mineral resources. They cause problem in your land. That is why Europeans cannot survive without putting problem in Africa. They make you to hate your own because you don't want to know yourself. You don't want to fight for your right. You don't want to stand. And I ask you, for how long are you going to stay like that? For how long? Your ancestors should be appreciated. Your ancestors should be celebrated. Our ancestors should be held in a high esteem. Those praises and those things you are giving to Jesus in the name of you are worshiping Jesus, those praises should be going to your ancestors. It should be going to your forefathers. It should be going to our great ancestors, because these people have contributed and sacrificed for us immensely. The life we are living today, these people give it to us. We are the one that failed our ancestors. Our ancestors laid the foundation for us to grow and be powerful. Our ancestors fought the invaders. Our ancestors did everything to make sure that we have everything that we need to control this world. Our ancestors discovered the best land and the best weather for us. In our land, in Igbo land today, you have the best weather and the best land. A land that you will put yam without artificial manure, that yam will grow and it will germinate, will do well without any application of any chemical. A land that you will put cassava stems, it will grow and they do well. A yam that you will put a seed of maize, which is corn, it will grow without fertilizer. A land that the weather is perfect. There's nothing like snow. There's nothing like the sun is too hot, like here in Europe, in the month of July, August. You cannot even walk on the street. Everywhere will be heating, like Dubai. But our own temperature, our own atmosphere is the best. Who discovered it for you? Our forefathers, our ancestors. These are the people you are considered evil. People who see other places like Europe here, that is a desert, they refuse to settle there. They move until they found the best land where you have natural rivers, natural waters, very clean. The sun is healthy, moon is healthy, everything there is blessing, and they settle there for you. They discover the best food, the best soup, the best thing that can nourish your body, the best where there is leaves, a herbal medicine that will cure your sickness perfectly well. We, their offspring, we fail to transform those things they discover for us. We fail to take it to the next level, and today you are blaming them. You are blaming them for your own failure. You are blaming them for not being able to produce car. But these your forefathers were able to produce Oba Amala, which is the canoe they use in their time. This your forefathers has a means of travelings. This your forefathers has a means of doing things in their own way. Why do you fail to transform their doings to the next level? The forefathers of the brown skin colors, they never do anything. The same foundation their forefathers laid for them, they took it to the next level. Instead of us to take our own to the next level, what do? We start castigating them. We start taking them. We start making our own to look evil before the world. You choose to celebrate Christmas. They told you that Easter is the day Jesus died. Because you are living in a life of delusion, you don't ask questions. You cannot ask questions. Easter, why is it that Easter, if the Easter was the death of Jesus Christ, according to them, why is it that there is no fixed date that he resurrected or he died? As the death, according to them, the day they give birth was 25th of December. They tell you every 25th of December, it's not shifting, it's not moving. It can be on Monday, it can be Tuesday, it can be Wednesday, it can be Thursday, it can be Friday, it can be Saturday, it can be Sunday. Now they tell you that the death is only on Sunday. From year to year, they change. And you never ask yourself, is because that is a deity. Easter is a worship of fallacy, is their own deity. They count it because in our land there is some celebration you must make on a K day. No matter how it happened, you must celebrate it on a K day. So when you count it, after counting it, you wait for a day to the day you celebrate it to fall into a K day, and that must be a K day. That is how they now celebrate that anniversary they call Easter as a Sunday, because they count with Monday, Tuesday. While we count Oreo for Eke. And their own, which is they named it Easter, it must be celebrated on Sunday. That is why, no matter how I count it, instead it will be, it's either it fall in the month of March or April or February. It don't have a particular month. To tell you that it's not like a rising date, it's not like if it's a celebration of the dead, it must have a fixed day. We are here to set the record straight. We are not here to tell you, oh, Jesus is coming soon. There is no Jesus anywhere coming soon. That's why I keep on asking you, who is your ancestor? Do you know your ancestor? Europe are celebrating their ancestors today. Other countries has a day they honor their ancestor. When you ask them, why do they honor their ancestor? They tell you that their ancestor discovered the land they call their home today. Their ancestor discovered the food they are eating. Their ancestor discovered their culture. Their ancestor fight for them to have a place. Radical media warrior ekenekwa m gị. Ndewo nwa Chineke. But your own work is to castigate your ancestor. Your own duty is to make sure that your ancestor will be look evil before other people's ancestor. They tell you, oh, there is heaven somewhere. You are going to heaven when you die. Oh God, there is no heaven anywhere. There is no hellfire. There is no heaven anywhere, and there is no hellfire anywhere. Those things are fallacy. If you die, you go back where you come from. If it is your turn to come back again, you come back. There is nothing like hellfire. Because Bible is full of fallacy. From Genesis to Revelation are all lies. Nothing look like reality in the Bible. Everything there is just a life of a delusion. But because you are just I don't know what will I call you. You believe it. How can Moses be writing his own story? And Moses is now telling you how he lived his life. Moses writes his own story to the extent Moses wrote how he died. Moses wrote how he died. Paul the apostle write his own. He writes so that he wrote how he died, how they killed him, how they pied him. How can someone be alive, be dead and write how he died? Common sense is not common. But because our people don't ask questions, we buy into it. We agree. When a Christian want to defend it now, he will be quoting the book of Mark, who wrote it. And when we say, I am reading from the book of, I'm using the King James version. Who is the King James? King of England. Who is Agege Gabriel? Who is Gabriel? But you are there. You agreed. So, on your own too, a man that is sleeping with a man wrote Bible, and you are calling it Holy Bible. Is that not funny? It's very funny. On your own too wrote Bible for you, and you accept it. But you agree that you agree that Adam was the first creature created by God. But when I tell you that Igbo man is the first creature, you say, where is Igbo come from? When I tell you that the first Igbo man was created by God and he came from the sky, from heaven, you say, how can a human being come from sky? You start arguing it. You now have brain to argue. But someone I tell you that God created Adam, and Adam come all of a sudden, Adam become human, full grown-up man. You never doubted it. And the same people told you that after creating Adam, God created another person called Eve. You believe it. You never ask question. In the same place, they told you that Adam and Eve has only two sons, two sons, two men, and they named them Cain and Abel. You agreed. You agree? You agree that Cain and Abel, Cain pied Abel, and they run into the land of the north, and they married there. Because you don't have sense, you did not ask the person telling this story. If Cain pied Abel and run to the land of the north and married there, which person did he marry? Who created that person? Who is the mother of the girl that Cain married? Who is the father of the girl? Who are the people living there? Who created them? Since God created only Adam and Abel, and everybody started from there. You never ask that question, but you will be quick to jump out to ask me, if God, how can a man come from heaven to become an Igbo man? You are so fast to ask, but you never ask those people that parade that fake narrative, fake history. This is the same question. That is why I laugh those that we say we are Jewish. Ifuma de bulu pant ni sisi na ya bonye Jew. Na ya bonye Jew. Who have gini basara in Israel? That's why I can be respecting any person, but once you teach any Igbo history and you relate it to Israel, malu ni ekopo ekopo. Ni machali ife. Because we has no connection with Israel. Radical media warrior, you know. Radical media warrior, Ebunamu here. Now, some of you will be starting and be saying, it's like what the history that Umile Binu means blood today is teaching. All the conditions sinaga on now. If only Igbo Potashiki, Igbo is part of Igodomi Idu. Igbo will consign any connection with Idu. Igbo has no connection with Idu. Igbo has no connection with Igodomi Igodo. Igbo is Igbo. Igbo. And when they are telling you this history, they will be telling you history of 17th century, 16th century. Who told you that the world started when these people start counting 1, 2, 3? So the world is 2,000 years old now, right? Is the world 2,000 years old? If the world is not 2,000 years old, how will you start your history based on the 2000th century? How will you start your history based on 14th century, 18 AD, this AD, or this AD? How? And you will open mouth and say that Ndibo, which is Ndibo, have lived for more than 10,000. Ask yourself, when you say 2020, what does it mean? It means that the world is still in the 1,000. Or you don't know the meaning of 1780. 1780 mean 1,700. 16th century mean 1,600 years. So year 2000 mean 2,000 years. Year 2001, it mean 2001. Or does it mean that you don't know the meaning of what we are counting? Then, if you see any person damaging the image of our culture, you say, these are let's go back to our root. Let's go back. Do you know the meaning of going back to your root? When I told you, I have defined the meaning of going back to your root. Going back to your root means freedom. Going back to your freedom. Going back to who you are. Going back to your originality. Your originality is your root. Going back to your who you are proper. Be yourself. Be who you are. They brought Christianity and told you there is a heaven. Before today, ask them, they tell you that it's only who believe in Jesus Christ will go to heaven. And when we start asking them, the Muslim people, where would they go? The Hindus people, where would they go? The Hebrew, where would they go? The atheists, where would they go? The traditionalists, where would they go? They now start amending it, shaping it. It is now a good character. Okay, there is no any heaven anywhere. There is no any hellfire anywhere. If there is heaven, where is the heaven located? Who discovered it? Some of them will tell you God created heaven and earth. Oh, God created heaven and earth. In other words, heaven was not into existence, and God created it before it come to exist. And the earth was not into existence. Before God created heaven and earth, where was God living? Where was the God? The place where God was before the creation of earth and heaven, what was he called, or what is he called? What is the name of that place? You can't ask question because you have been brainwashed. You have been brainwashed. If you are not brainwashed, you will not be. There is no reverend. When you ask Reverend Father this question now, they will tell you, say, you are still for you to understand the Bible, you need to be in spirit. Which is spirit? But before they will collect tithe, you don't need to be in spirit to collect tithe. For you to collect what is it called? Offering, you don't need to be in spirit. I'm losing her. It shows that I'm not your age mate now. You think I'm at your age? Eh? Okay. Maybe in your mind, me and you na mate. I'm an elder. Lord Zeus just show that his foolishness is beyond the human comprehension. Today, Ali Igbo, the Igbo people who started from Eka, today, because of we are easily believe fallacy, Eka today is telling you that they are Benin. They are migrating from somewhere. Do you know the meaning of migration? Now, let me tell you, because many people don't understand anything. Before you say you migrate from somewhere, language is one of the things that can never be changed. Let's assume that you are from Benin and you migrate. Let me tell you, you will be speaking the Benin language. How come you are now speaking Igbo instead of the Benin of where you originated? You don't ask yourself questions. If one year ikwere or singing na yoga, bia wokem ngwa bianga ngwa michonu ba so michonu tu rapia nya no lunga noranu nolu hie go ego ebezina kwa no dey back very soon now ezigangi je colonize alumbini. Very soon now, you just colonize the alum. All go ahead, just say colonize the Abini. All this umubingo oba, they will worship you. So there's not water. All this Bini Binu means blood. We worship you. Ngwando. Ndo. Yeah, all this one, there will be the people that will colonize the Binu people. Man. The time to ask question is now. Madu Piana Abagi something, join your question. Now, they told you that our forefathers never bring a hospital. They no get hospital. We believe it because to become a Christian, there are 3 criteria for you to become a Christian. 1, you must be a professional liar. 2, you must be a zombie. And 3, you must hate yourself and hate your forefathers. For you to become a Christian, there is only 3 criteria to become a Christian. 1, you must be a professional liar. 2, you must be a zombie. And 3, you must hate yourself and hate your forefathers. You must hate your father, hate your mother. Once you hate yourself, hate your father, you become a pure Christian. You must hate your culture. You must hate your people. That is only criteria to become a Christian. The same way Eka people, Ikwere people are confusing themselves, submit themselves for every other people to use them to 18 of caricature. You wonder, Ikwere man is telling you, I am not Igbo, because you want to be part of Nigeria. You are denying yourself. How will your forefathers be looking at you people? Are you people not foolish? And they want me to be proud to say you are my brother. How will I be proud to say? I don't reason such people as a brother. I see them as foolish men. Language is one thing that it cannot change without wiping out the people that speak it. Why I told you people that Ndi Igbo is the original people. Where can you say that Igbo language originated apart from Ali Igbo? You cannot change language without wiping out the people speaking the language. Now, how can a Ikwere man that is speaking Igbo language be denying himself? Where did he learn the Igbo that he's speaking? Was he colonized? The answer is no. The same way Christianity come in. How can a man speaking Igbo tell you that he is no longer an Igbo? He's a Bini, but he cannot speak or hear Bini? That is decolonization, brainwashing. The same way an Igbo man today will wake up and tell you that he is from Israel. Is that not madness? And he cannot speak Israeli language. You cannot even write in Israel. You don't even understand Israel language. Are you not foolish? Somebody will wake up and tell you he migrate from Benin. How do you migrate? When you migrate and you come, do you meet people in the land you come into? If yes, those people are the owners of the land. They are the owners of the land. Not you that migrated. So, Ndi Igbo, unu teach history. Unu teach na Ndi Igbo migrate from anywhere. Igbo never migrated from anywhere. Igbo originated from Igbo land. And Igbo land is started from Eka to Ikwere. So if there is a person in Ikwere land that say that he is no longer an Ikwere, that is no longer an Igbo, the person should pack out and go. Because the land, the Ikwere land, is Igbo land, and the Ikwere people are the Igbos, the original Igbo. So Ikwere, the main Ikwere is Igbo. We don't need to tell them where this and that. They never migrate anywhere. You can only expand. Expansion, is not migration. And today, only the Star of David. Onye David. Was David, or a part of Igbo answer David? You can only answer David because of the arrival of Christianity. Baptism, Alpha baptism. That is why only Africa will answer 3, 4, 5 names. Instead of you to have your name and your surname. If only Bonaza onwe ke flow to meje, Oshile Afia bụ Mary Precious. Mary Precious Chidimma. Meje na nwe bụ an idiot. Aya ka anyị gato ihe Lozeus ukwu. Lozeus ọ sị gị iju ekwensu iju ọnụ ya niile na ị ka na-eyuzu fonu ndị ọcha, ị ka na-eyuzu gịnị ka ọ kpọrọ ya, ị ka na-anya moto ndị ọcha, ị ka na-eyuzu Facebook ndị ọcha. Oya ha alụ emere anyị na now ma juke n'unu before ndị ọcha ha abịa, ndị Igbo na-amụ nwa. Ọ bụrụ na ndị Igbo na-amụ nwa, if ndị Igbo if before the arrival of this brown skinned colored people, before they came, are the Igbos having children? That is a question. If the Africans and the Igbos are having children, how do they cut the placenta that connect the child and the mother? Okay, somebody answered yes. I want to ask again. How do they cut the placenta that connect the mother and that child without killing the child and without killing the mother? And that process, what is it called? Who are the people doing it? Who? They are called midwives. Ndị na-eji nwa. Ihe a na-akpịa n'ọlụ Igbo bụ ndị na-amụ nwa, ndị na-amụ nwaanyị nwa. Asịghị gaba na ezinụlọ onye a n'ọha nwa na-amụ nwa. Ma jụọ gị, ndị Igbo na-ebu ugwu mgbe buru ugbo? Ha na-ebu ugwu ka ha jụọ nke a na-akpọ circumcision. Anyị ndị Igbo na-akpọ ibe ugwu. Kedu ka ha ji ebe ugwu without ibelu dị nwa amụ, without ibepụ ya amụ? Ọndọcha wetelu gị ibu ugwu ka anyị na-ajụ na-ese. Or Christianity wetelu gị ibu ugwu? Before ndị ọcha abịa, ndị Igbo, are they cooking? What are they using to cook? Are they carrying the food and put it inside fire, inside on top of ground, and they put water on ground, and they put everything on ground and start cooking it out with sand? Everything will be mixed with sand. Do they cook with pot? The pot they were cooking with, how do they get it? The plate they were eating with, how do they get it? Ondota wetelugie, was the pot, the plate, the spoon that our people used to eat, who brought it to us? And is it the white people? Because you cannot keep your mouth shut and ask questions. Christianity came and they tell you that everything you have before, you never had them before. That Christianity brought it to you. Now, before the Christianity and the white skin, the brown skin color came, is our people, what is it called? Vincent, something. Come and lecture me if you are man enough. Don't be on comment section to be ranting. Feel free to request and have a healthy conversation. Maybe you can convince me with your fact and figures. That's how it be done. But you just come to show how you are. You say, keep quiet, local man. But you cannot be here now to even send a request to lecture me with fact and figures. Now, between me and you, who is a local man? Local man. Between me and you, who is local man? If you are not, had it been that maybe I wish you are not a local man, as you called me, you could have sent your request and come here and tell me, prove me wrong. And maybe people that are listening to me will say a reason not to believe in me and believe what you say. But because you don't have the fact and figures, you don't have anything to put in, you choose to be on comment section to show your African brainwashed mentality. We are returning back to our root, and going back to our root is going back to our freedom, is going back to who we are, is going back to our originality. Because any day you leave your originality and they start imitating others, you become fake. You become you can never be original again. You see it. That's how it is. So, like I told you, we are here to learn. Come to lecture me. I will give you the platform to lecture for people to understand who is hitting the reality. And I ask you, before the brown skilled colored came, is our people, if somebody break leg, are there people that will make that leg to fix it back, to cure it, a broken bone, which is what is it called in English? Or something, orthopedia, if I'm not mistaken. Is orthopedia, yes. Do people do it? If the answer is yes, why do you say that we don't know the meaning of education before the white men come? Why will you say so? Before we proceed, we have a Saturday. Saturday, may we hear from you before so that we will move on.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you. May the God continue to bless you for the good job you are doing.
And thank you and bless you too.
For this, as you are trying to lecture most people that don't even understand where they are coming from. They don't understand how their religion grow up from. So we said that we need to learn and trace back our history. And it's very right. You are very right. We all were from Nigeria.
No, we all are not from Nigeria, brother. That is the fake history we are still teaching.
Yes, my brother. I know.
Correct it. We are not from Nigeria. I am an Igbo man, so I'm from Igbo. I'm not from Nigeria.
Yes, I know. You are from Igbo. Me, I'm married for Imo State.
Okay.
Asa Obele, Asa. I'm married for Imo State. So the reason why I want to contribute is that this is the first time I see your video. There was a man that come out on a very good day was saying similar things like this. I said, what about your people that are already married to other tribes? How are they going to look? How are they going to treat them? Are they going to leave their marriage? Are they going to deny their wife? Are they going to deny their husband and go back to East because they're not out Biafra?
Now, my brother, before you go, let me lecture you on something here. Let me tell you, in every culture, in every place, let me tell you, if a woman is married, automatically that woman is part and parcel of the place where he married. He become an indigenous person. She is no longer a stranger. And I'll give you an example. If an Igbo man marry Ile Binu mixed blood, which is Benin,
Yes.
Marry a woman from Benin, that woman automatically becomes an Igbo woman. And the village where that woman married to, anything their women are doing, that woman that is originally from Benin and they married an Igbo man will go there and they participate in that women meeting in Igbo land. Automatically, the day they paid her bride price, give her the right and the indigenous person's right to become part and parcel of her husband's place. Because even in Europe here, forget that they amended this law. What they recognize is the man place. So they only make a new law. So you need to go back to the origins. So the man is the only place, is the owner of the land. Now, If a woman from Igbo land marry a Bini mixed blood, automatically is a Bini person. Anything they are doing for Benin, she has full right to participate, and you cannot deny it. And I will give you another example. If the person, I don't know whether it's PDP or Labour Party, the wife is an Igbo woman, if I'm not mistaken. If that person wins governor in Edo State, will you not say because the wife is an Igbo, she will not become the first lady?
No.
She will become the first lady, right?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, because he's only married to other tribes. That's why you are the man is the head of the position.
Because
so it's from other creature. It doesn't disqualify the wife.
Because automatically, the moment she married to the man, she becomes an indigenous. It's no longer a stranger. It's no longer a stranger. So that we get Biafra today, that has nothing to do with you marrying anywhere. I will give you another example. Is there any Bini person that married Chinese person?
No.
In the history of the whole world, a Bini man never married Chinese person.
I don't know because it's not from a family. Yeah, maybe it must be.
No, there must be. That doesn't. Okay. Is there any Edo person, not Bini, Edo person that have married a China person?
Yes.
Good. Does it mean that the Edo state now is now in China as a country? Does it has any weight? Because you marry China now, does it mean that they don't have a relationship with China?
No, doesn't have any relationship with China.
It doesn't have any relationship. You are only there, you marry. So that is the same thing. If Biafra is restored, that you marry from any place, it doesn't matter. You go to you and your husband have that is it. You settle there. That's the same thing. So we don't discuss that here. Okay. So for those, I only allow us to have this issue is for those that is asking. I marry like some idiot that makes this statement. I'm an Igbo person. I married from Yoruba and I live in the north. For that, we are one Nigeria. Okay, we are not one Nigeria, and we can never be one Nigeria. You marry, then you stay in the north. That does not mean anything because for me, I know many Igbo people that married Italy women, and they are in Italy. That does not mean that Italy and Igbo has any connection or relation. No, that is your personal relationship. So we don't bring personal relationship to a country or to entire community. No. And secondly, what we are discussing today again is the word that the brown skin, because one, there is nothing like white people. White as a color, you can't find it in a human being.
No, it's brown.
It's brown skilled colored people.
Yes.
Now, they told you that the brown skilled colored people brought education, schools to you. Is that true?
Before they came, we have already learned. We have our own brain. We are doing our thing before they came.
Which means they never brought anything to you.
Yes.
They told you that.
No, they only bring their language to us. Not they bring education to us. We have been trading. We have been doing all things in Africa before they came. We existed before they came. That's the fact. You understand?
So make your submission. Make your submission so that others I will move on.
Those white people don't have anything to contribute in our life. They only came to loot us. That's what I know. They only came to loot us. But one thing I'm trying to, my contribution is that for me, I can't stand since somebody's fighting against my fellow brother, maybe whether Biafra or Nigeria or non-Nigeria. But as far as you are human, we live in a different region. Maybe we are killing each other, we are using propaganda to destroy ourselves. It's not for me. I don't accept it because why? I take everybody as one, brothers and sisters. But if anybody said they want to go for a referendum, let it go. But with peace, not by insulting any other person's choice or by drawing any other person along with you. If you are fighting a freedom, fight it with peace. Go to the tribunal, go to the court, go to the high court, go to the elderly council, bring everything, bring your information. Say, this is the reason we want to live. because we have been in this country for so time, we don't benefit what it's supposed to benefit. Then the people, the traditional ruler will check, then the governor will check. And the traditional ruler is more important than the governors. The traditional ruler is more important than the president. If you don't understand. So this thing we are saying we want to live. Nigeria is yours yesterday. We have been existing before Nigeria. This country we are saying now for Nigeria, want to live Nigeria. There was a place you migrated from. There was a place your religion was ruling before Nigerians came. Nigerians came in 1960 or 1960s. You know, so there are people ruling the country before Nigerians came. You understand my point? So we want to live Nigeria. That is the secret that people are not saying now, that Nigeria is not our problem. Nigeria is just because after the British War, they now bring tribes, all religion. Say, okay, now let's give this power to you. Let's just give all this power. Then they give the power to Igbo, Hausa, and Yoruba. They give them the power to rule the nation for Nigeria, because the Kingdom was the one ruling Nigeria before. That was, they say, the Kingdom was the head ruling Africa, West Africa. But now, since they now give the power to wow. So, listen to me, bros. You can laugh. You know your own side. They now give the power to Wazobia. If you go to Wazobia, because now before British come, we were using a pass. The British route our pass of Benin Kingdom. We believe people that were that hold that pass. Go and read your history very well. They now route our pass, route our gold, route our GL, whatever we have. Our cowards, they route all of them. They now bring regional governors back to Nigeria. They now appoint Igbo. They now appoint Hausa. They now appoint Yoruba. Those are people that are ruling Nigeria today. They are people that are ruling Nigeria today. The reason why they deny Igbo people to rule Nigeria is because when they now give what do you call this man? This man, how do you call these people? This man,
Asadima, in Anukian.
Listen, bros. Ojuku now want to print Rafa money. You are the head of state. They now want to print your own state money. That's the problem. Why they say Igbo will never rule Nigeria again.
Mr. Saturday. You are from Benin, right?
Yes. I'm not condemning what you are saying.
No, I know. No, wait. You are from Benin, right?
Yes.
There is a video I made, and I brag. I say that 99.9% of Benin people are illiterate.
Yes.
They know nothing, and they are here proving it. And I have been hosting my program. I have never seen any Benin person that knows something. I don't know why. Now, first of all, Nigeria did not come into existence 1960. Nigeria came into existence 1914.
Go on.
And it was named Niger. After then, it was rebaptized by the girlfriend of Lord Lugard, and it was named Nigeria. The name was derived from Royal Niger Company, because Nigeria is a company, not a country.
Okay.
Wait. I didn't ask you question. If you have question, you ask. But I didn't ask you question. I'm just giving you.
Before we forget, when you bring out point, I will answer you a question. That's why the way I do my things.
And if I ask you question, you can answer. I said I never ask you question. If you have question, you say you have question.
Okay.
Then I will give you audience to ask your question. Now, what I am explaining to you is the wrong and the fallacy you just narrated here, because everything you said here now is just fallacy. All of them were lie. There's nothing like an atom. The only thing that is true today is that you use English language to say it. That is the only thing that is true. But every other thing is fallacy. Wait, I'm coming. I will be proving it to you. Now, Nigeria never come into exist as of 1960. So, second, wait, I'm coming. Wait, just mute yourself. I don't want to listen. When we are talking, I was listening. Not that I don't know that everything you are saying is just the garbage, but I did.
What are you doing in this
Wait. Vincent, mute yourself when your turn to. Now, when you, like I said before, it's hardly for you to see any person from Benin with sense. And the one that I remove now is just another zombie. If you check, and maybe now this one be the Oba Palace, the bingo called Oba, now waiting in the spread. Now, let me lecture you again. Another lie you said here. You said that the Benin kingdom, we are ruling Nigeria or we are ruling Africa. My brother, the mercy for ourselves. Benin was never a kingdom, and Benin never existed until the white people came. The name Benin was never existed anywhere until the white people came. The brown skin color. Until Nigeria was formed. That was when Benin came into the word Benin came into it. Wait, I'm coming. Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me. I will give you audience. Now, when you say Benin, we are ruling who? A kingdom. Benin never, there is nothing like a kingdom in Edo State, because the people that bring the name kingdom is the brown skilled colored people. Africa don't know the meaning of kingdom. Africa don't have kingdom, not to talk of having empire. If you say Africa has a kingdom, what is kingdom called in your language? I now ask you this question Saturday. What is kingdom called in your language?
Yes, thank you very much, my brother. A kingdom means the rulers of the
No, be waiting. I ask you, what is the word or kingdom? What is it called in your language? I never ask you the meaning.
Kingdom is the ruler of the nation.
So kingdom now is Oba. Now wait. Now maybe they take on 1-1. Maybe they take on 1-1. Wait. Simple question deserves simple answer. You said, according to you, that a kingdom means Oba, right? Wait. I never asked you to explain. Now, can you give me what is the meaning of king in your language?
King is Oba, and that Oba, the meaning of Oba.
Now, listen. I believe you are listening to yourself. Wait, I believe you are listening to yourself. You say kingdom is Oba, king is also Oba. Hey, Benin is the reason why the English people invented the word janjaweed. Wait, just when I said it, I was waiting for someone to come to prove me wrong. Mute yourself first. You say kingdom. In case you don't know the meaning of kingdom, go and check the meaning of kingdom. Then go and check the meaning of king. You know, when I told you, we are not here to just spread fallacy. There is nothing like kingdom in Africa until the brown skin colored people come. Then now say, this one, they bring this and this one is kingdom. This one is kingdom. Do you know the meaning of kingdom? You don't. If you want to ask question, you ask question. If you now listen again. That is another fallacy. When I say wait, you too smart to even be against me. Even Oba himself, the cook cannot be against me and survive it. They're not born and well. Not they make mouth. Okay, maybe if you are maybe like you say, this is the first time you are seeing my video. Let me tell you one thing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never said that Igodo make them not have Biafra. That word never come out from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said is go and make research about Igodo. Wait, send me the video. I will give you my. Send me the video. My WhatsApp number is plus. Wait.
You cannot prove 1 point. Now you say kingdom, king is kingdom. Which can school
Mr. Saturday, mute yourself or I will remove you. Mute yourself or I will remove you. Mute yourself or I will remove you. I am not here. I am not here for children talk.
I'm not coming here to challenge you, but I want to put sense into your mind. When somebody asks you a question, very simple thing. You go to school, yes, okay, good, you go to school. You now wanted to answer all that the king and the kingdom is the same thing. What the hell are we talking about it? You say king is over, kingdom is over. School you go, school.
Even night school, no, if you do that kind mistake or blunder.
Sometimes when they make us like say we be fool. Okay, but we dey follow. Let me clarify you. You see all this turning around, now they turn up and down. Listen, I dey tell you truth. You see the turning around, now they turn around. They see truth, and no one talk about. It don't start. That even you think say na Biafra go first, no, now when they go take about finish. They go hammer. We don't get problem with you. They don't start them now. They don't start them. They go hammer all of them. You tell maybe you tell Europe they talk. When you go that to those states where Benin Kingdom, where you think the kingdom is not existing. That time you will now know that these people come to save you now. We come to save you. We don't have anything to do with you. What do you think that is in you?
God don't level for you.
Try to save you people, my man. So if whenever we are talking to you people, listen. If you will learn, you learn. I don't force you to learn.
Like they talk.
I even blame my brother self who even have time trying to teach person like you who cannot even differentiate king and the kingdom.
What you don't achieve for Nigeria, what you don't achieve.
Yeah, you don't achieve something. That's why I'm fighting for get the Africa. If you don't achieve something for Nigeria, let that achievement be with you. Ordinary court. Now they scatter on a state under 1 month. Not be last month now. One a day at the shop. You see, ordinary court members, students, small picking of yesterday were hunger. The hammer. But I don't feel control them.
I don't get sense. If you get sense, make up people.
I will just jump. Come they give narrative story.
Mr. Saturday, mute and listen. After his submission, you can come out and talk. Mr. Saturday, behave like an adult. Stop behaving like a Benin miscreant you are, please. This platform is not a place where it's not a children gathering. If you can do this to your palace of the bingo called up, go there and start making noise. I am here to lecture and I am here to learn. So if you are not ready to learn, because I stated it earlier, 99.9% of Benin are stark illiterate. And I have been waiting for someone to prove me wrong. I have not seen. So please, if you cannot learn, I will remove you. If you want to learn, you keep quiet and learn. We are not here. We are not here. We are not here to be saying the crazy, the mad. If you listen to my broadcast for the past 1 hour, you will see that we are not here to abuse. We are not Benin miscreant. We are not Ile Binu. So if you are not ready to learn, my brother, just tell me, I'll remove you. I don't need bingos here, okay? If you want to make noise, you want to do put hand at cotton, you go to your upper way in the naked. A whole upper the bingo when they sleep with his sister. You go there and they start doing that nonsense with it. Not in my platform. This platform, I don't have time for this nonsense bingoism from you people. Living the life of a delusion. All this nonsense, I am not here for it. So if
you see math will talk. But when they fight it, math will not do anything. You know, say that part of Guinea people take the fight. Math, yo. Ordinary one question where you ask, you don't give you answer. You don't fit differentiate the kingdom and the king. And you will still go for somebody platform making noise. You know what problem? And these people, I don't see them long time. Mazi, could you imagine that these people, they give them free education?
But they refuse to go to school.
Thank you. So how can you challenge? How can you come and challenge with them? People, when they give free education, when time is time, they refuse to go to school. Now where to study is money. Now they go free go to school. Now you want that? We don't need to waste our time with them, man. Sometimes the one we don't go smoke the banana come out, or you don't go drink here come out, or you go come here, come they put you out, whoa for your bread. They can never sit down and read. Man, check these people now. They can never sit down and read book, learn. No.
None of them even know when they're from Nigeria self. None of them. Oh, Mazi Mag, the topic remains, Mazi Mag, because the topic I'm treating today is here in Europe today. Today is public holiday. And the reason for the public holiday is for the they call it the celebration of the dead. Those that have died, they are celebrating their dead ones, their ancestor. Let me use the word, their ancestor. It's called Ancestors Day, and they make it a public holiday. Please, I'll make a motive by myself. And in Africa, there is no date to celebrate our ancestors. Rather, there is a date to be coming to say Holy Ghost fire upon our ancestor this. And there is a history that we have already bite on it that is true, which is a lie, that our forefathers are evil, that our ancestors are evil, that the white people brought education to us, that without the brown skilled people, we don't know what is education, we don't know what is science and technology, which is in Igbo language, is we don't know the meaning of Nkanozo. So, and I am here telling them, before the brown skilled colored people came in, our people, are they not cooking? What are they using to cook? Our people, are they not farming? What are they using to farm? Our people, are they not eating food? How do they discover it? Our people, are they not having children? How do they use to give birth and bring out that child and make the placenta that connect the mother's womb and cut it? Does it mean that our people don't circumcise? Does it mean that our people, but I think orthopedia something. Does it mean that our people are not into that? Does it mean that our people don't treat sickness? So is it the white people that brought all these things to us? What do you have to say on this? Because this is the topic before that janjaweed animal called himself Saturday come in with the stupid urban mentality to divert my teaching here. So, Mazi Mag, what do you have to say on that before I move on?
Exactly that when we come out to educate our people, sometimes some people who have a different narrative got their own, try to use it to champion. All these things you point out now, on all those things, telling our forefathers that these color people now bring education to us. So now, you ask yourself, that these color people, are they born inside us?
No.
Then they come and meet people there. Those people where they meet, are they not living? All those questions where you ask. You ask all those people, they will turn it to Bible. They will use Bible, try to tell you they see this one in Bible, they see this one in Bible, or maybe they come on the Western world, they see maybe how good now they create all the abilities to them. My brother, all the thing you grant out on this your point now is well cleared. Unless maybe somebody where, like all these illegal people, they suck their mama breast. Any person who suck a mama breast is supposed to understand that, yes, these people doesn't make well for us. They come to destroy. Up till today, they are still destroying us. Because you check it. Up till today, they are still destroying us because they see something special in us. If they didn't see something special in us, why are they forcing themselves into us? Why are they forcing themselves into us? Because they see something special.
Exactly.
You know, my brother, so sometimes I really tired, but I don't know how to. I don't know how to. I don't will lie you. I really tired. I don't normally do this challenge with some people. Now a person will not come and tell me that when we was a kid, a person will not come and tell me, no, Igbo man teach me how to carry our father's goat, go to our father's sheep, go keep up inside bush where he go eat. Look at the same way that they do here. I be our father don't let us know about it. I farm. The same farm where we farm for my village. Not the same farm where they farm here.
The same thing.
Huh? Is that because government now upload hand, give them the opportunity, they're not making the farm and make preach on it. Let them give us market honor. If they give us market honor and see what a farmer can do, because our own self not be fertilizing land. Normal land of itself, fertilizing land where we can be able to use to produce many things. In one crops, we can produce more than 10 or 15 items in one crops. So now person will not come and tell me that the farmer in the Western world knows something more than the farmer in Africa. Because now he teach me the plant, the seed, where the plant. My brother, sometimes, it's not easy for us to understand. I don't know the exactly. Sometimes I don't know whether na poison they give us in our bread. They pollute our bread. They pollute our people bread. Person will come and tell you your ancestors did not do this thing because they are why? Because they blind us. They cause all these things out. These things now, this festival where they get today. Could you remember when we were in age? Be that kind of 70s, let me say about 76, 78, 79, when my grandfather is still alive. They used to do this culture now. I don't know if you understand. They used to do this culture. This culture, anytime when they want to go for that day, ndị ụmụ nwaanyị gwọchara ha eburu ya buru mmanya enwe onye ga-aga ọrụ dada enwe onye ga-aga ahịa enwe onye ga-aga ha ga-apụta enwe ụzọ ahụ ụzọ ama ọbụla na-enwe ama any village ọbụla na-enwe ama abụọ one out. I don't know if you understand.
Exactly.
Any village ọbụla na-enwe ama abụọ ofu ka esi aba ofu ka
esi apụ.
And in watch when I Western world every city have only two access. Just check it. Every community in this Western world now carry two access. One in, one out. So, but no, what is this that time? Our forefathers now I go use on that time. And where that on, and where that on me, where that abacha with my own hand and your other. Apụta nga amagbara mgbaba na isi ya were datụ ndị tụsajuo n'ala dị aticha na efere dowachara ahụ were mmanya kechaa na ọkụ dowacha pụta ha alakpo the next day ha celebrate ọhịa anyị ada amege today my God ọwụ ihe dị iche na anyị ada amege today it's not the same culture but mmadụ ga-abịa agwa m na ya adọtara na Bible
ike gwụrụ ezigbote ike gwụrụ
But one thing I got a book, but for you, you have already changed your life, my brother. But for me, it changed my life completely. I'm not sure we're John Paul that picture now. If I had to get at the picture, and I have a ocean of footing caparation of the one. So I found anything different. Anything different than the other. Than no matter different the other no matter.
Now, ka unwelu 1 minute. Unwelu 1 minute where that small boy, because Mr. Saturday, I think I will call him a small boy with other small stark illiterates like from Benin. Let me just address them before I'll move on with the topic, Mark. Now, Mr. Saturday and every other Benin bingos, listen. I never regret saying that 99.9% of Benins are stark illiterate. Now, there is nothing like a Benin kingdom. Benin never have a kingdom, and the small Ekuke, the call of Benin, never ruled anywhere. The person who tried to capture some people were the Yoruba leaders, which the land of Igodo, Idu, was also captured by the Yorubas. And when they captured them, they positioned their person, their Yoruba people, to lead the people they captured. And that is why you will see places like Urobo, Idu, and some parts, the people that call themselves South, not Igbo-speaking people. These people, many of them were captured by the Yorubas, and their people were positioned there. So those people, they were never Igbo people, because Urobo is not an Igbo people. I will tell you the truth. We are not looking for who to be Igbo. But Urobo is part of Biafra. There is difference between when we say Biafra and the Igbo. Igbo is a nation on their own. Why we have other people that made up Biafra. So when you say Benin, the word Benin was invented after the capturing of Igodomigodo, Ojiso dynasty. And the Oromia who led that move, who also happened to be a son of Oduduwa, a king in Ile Uhe, present day Ile Ife. So who masterminded all these things? These are the Yoruba people. So when you say Benin people were ruling, you should ask yourself, who is the Benin people? That is why when you see them today, they are changing most of the places in Idu land to suit the Yoruba, their ancestral place, which is Yoruba, their ancestral language, which is Olukumi language. When you come to the present day Benin, they have a place called Adowawa. Is that a Benin language? It's a Yoruba language. When you see them answering most of the names, you will be seeing everything that has to do with Yoruba. And the king, everything about the king is Yoruba. They have changed the narrative. If you want to know the originality, the truth of those things, you don't even need to go to the kings or somebody answering prince. No. You need to go to an old man who don't have any affiliation or connected to the palace, that is living his life truthful and honest. Meet him one-on-one, not with the camera, because when you put camera, the person will understand that there is some truth he will tell you, and his life and that of his family will automatically be in danger. Being an elderly and a wise person, the person will not give you the information you need to know. The person will withhold it to protect his family. So what the person will do is give you what you want to hear. There is a difference between what you need to hear, what you want to hear. So you will go there as a son, a child that want to learn, and tell him, Father, I want to learn, I want to know the truth. The person will tell you the truth. That is how you extract information, not with the camera video and the whole world will be seeing the person. End of the day, they will look for the family and buy them. So in olden days, the Igbos never conquered any person. They were living in their land, doing their business, living peacefully. They knows their boundary because the Igbo land start from Meka down to Ikwere, down to all the Igbo speaking parts. We never conquered any person. We never forced anyone to speak our language. That is why in the history, you can never hear Igbo people conquer these people or colonize these people like the Yorubas did. Even the Ojiso dynasty, which is Ojeme, they never conquered people. When you check the people that conquer people, when this slavery and the conquering people started, is after the Oromia invaded the Ojiso dynasty and they conquered them. They now start that conquering and invading other people's community. They never invaded Igbo land because they know the repercussion of invading Igbo land. If you dare it, the Igbos will not only wipe you out, they will make sure that everything about you will stop to exist. So they did everything to avoid invading our land. That is why we never had any issue with the Yorubas. And you can never hear anywhere that the Igbo people fight with any person. We maintain our boundary. We are warriors. When you hear the Igbo men, they are warriors. Not, I know that the present people now are trying to be coward, which I refuse to be, because Igbo be Igbo, we are never a coward. So my brother, when you say you are a kingdom, there is nothing like kingdom in our land, in Africa, because what exists in Africa always have name. What does not exist don't have name. You can only give name to what exists. You don't give name to what doesn't exist. That is why nobody will tell you this is the meaning of kingdom in any language in Africa today, because it never existed. The people that practice kingdomship is the West. The West. What we have is Ezes, Igwes. That's why he has the names. And that Ezan does not mean this thing. How we produce it is oldest person in the village becomes it. Just a minute. Kamaliana boom makwa. Unu chọọ igwu egwu, unu apụta bịa gụba egwu. Ọ bụrụ na nọlụ unu gaa ahịa una na-egwu egwu, una na-ebe akwa ebe niile. Sorry for that, ụmụazị amala mma nke a na-ebe akwa because na ha ma like akwa ụmụazị. Now, having said this, these people parading themselves, Benin. Any reasonable man or woman cannot say he is a Benin person, because the meaning of Benin, when you start existing, that's why I ask the Mr. Saturday, what is kingdom called in your language? He don't even know the meaning of kingdom. He say kingdom is called Oba. Then I ask him, what is king called in your language? He don't know. He say king is called Oba. And the word Oba is not a Edo language. The word Oba is a Yoruba language. Because when you translate the meaning of Oba in the original Benin or Edo language, it means light or bright. It does not mean or reflect to king. But when you translate Oba in Yoruba language, it means king. In other words, it shows you that the word Oba originated from the Yoruba and it has the meaning. But the Bini Bingos, because they are so daft and stark illiterate, they think that once you say Oba is king. No, we are not here to mislead any person. We are here to set the record straight. That is why you can never see any Bini man engage in any debate because they knows nothing. Even the zoo they are into, they don't know how the zoo come into exist. They don't know when the zoo started. That is why all the Bini people that have came to this my platform will tell you that Nigeria started existing 1960, 1962, what the heck, guys? They don't even know the difference between existing and independent. So when you look at my brothers and sisters from that we are carved into artificial state called rivers and delta and they will start telling you they are not Igbo. I see them as foolish. You allow a stark illiterate bingos like Bini people to be using your originality to be messing up, telling you to deny your identity. The same way we denied our forefathers and make mockery of ourselves today. Many of people are asking in the world of football, why is African players not rated? Why is Africa not recognized? Why are they not great? Why will you be great when you have not identify yourself as human being? You have not gone back to originality. So when you see us talking about going back to our roots, going back to our roots simply means going back to your freedom, going back to your independence, to be a free man, to be an original man. Because any day you abandon your originality, what is your originality? Your names, your language, your culture, and your land. By accepting those things, automatically you have reconciled and reconnected with your ancestors. You need to be proud of your forefathers. Be proud of who you are. Then the world and the other people will now respect you. They will not see that you have sense. They will not know that you have value. You need to add value to yourself. How can a grown-up man will be open his mouth and say a white, brown-colored idiot brought education to him, brought a hospital to him? How? Education. When a mother gives birth to a child, if it's a female child, that mother will be teaching that child how to sweep. What is sweeping all about? Hygiene, cleanliness. That is education. You are now educating that child on hygienic, on how to keep cleanliness. That woman will teach her daughter how to cook. You are now teaching him on cooking area. That woman will teach her daughter how to womanhood, everything about the activities of women and other things. That is education. If it is a man, the woman will do a little job most in a male child. The person that do the most job on the male child is the father. The father will now teach that child how to be a man into farming if they are farmers. We teach that child how to become a great farmer. We teach that child how to maintain his family. We teach that child how to take care of his brothers and sisters. We teach that child, if it's somebody that is into science and technology, which in our language is called Nkanozo, you will be teaching that child by all the Nkanozos. Anakpo ogene, anakpo ngu, anakpo mma, anakpo anything akpọ anything a na-alụ n'ime ka nwa ahụ mata that it is the responsibility of a man to take care of the family. That is education. Now, what part of education will you say that the brown skilled people brought to you? Like I said, today in most of the countries in Europe here, they are celebrating their ancestors today. Why are they doing so? Because they know and they recognize that their ancestors fight to have a land for them, have language for them. Today, Italy will tell you that the pasta, which is spaghetti, macaroni, originated from Italy. That is the food their forefathers were eating. And they hold that food in a high esteem. If you want Italian people to deal with you, use their pasta to joke or do anything anyhow and post it in the internet. My brother, you will receive a very something you will regret in your life. They never even, we all know that pasta is just a food that I don't know how to describe it, but it is respected and they hold in a high esteem here in Italy because they know is the food their forefather discovered for them. Today, you as an Igbo man, you reach over egusi, you may say that your ancestors are evil. It shows that you don't have sense. Instead of you to be holding your ancestors in a high esteem for discovering that egusi, do you know the processes they took to discover that egusi? Today, you will eat ofe onubu, ofe obolo, and you never appreciated them. The land you are in today is one of the best land in the world. Talk about the atmosphere. It has the best atmosphere. You don't have snow. You don't have too much sun, too much cold. Everything is normal. Your water is the best water you can talk of. Your timbers, your forest is the best you can talk of. And you are not appreciating it. But you will come out and say you are an Igbo man. Who make you an Igbo man if not your ancestors? How do you become an Igbo man if not your ancestors? The blood you are using today is the blood of your ancestors. The way you behave today is the way of your ancestors. And instead of you to hold your ancestors in a high esteem, you choose to give one bastard, one deity called Jesus, the praise of your ancestor. And they want them to recognize you. You want the world to put you in the same level. They put China, who never abandoned their ancestors, who hold their ancestors in a high esteem. You want the world to put you on the same level with Chinese. You are dreaming. You want them to put you on the same level with India, that never abandoned their ancestor. You want them to put you in the same level with the Israel that is holding their ancestors. Today, you cannot even be proud to identify yourself as a traditional man, that is the tradition of your ancestor, which is the way of your ancestor. But you want to be put on a level with the Britain, who hold their ancestors in a high esteem. Today, you will be filling paper. You say you're a Christian. Who made you a Christian? A slavery book. A false fallacy book that you can never see anything truth about it. You are now condemning yourself because somebody somewhere wrote a fallacy and you believe in that fallacy. And I ask you, you read the book of Corinthians. Who wrote it? Paul. According to them, they say he was Saul, and he start analyzing people. He pied many people, and after the Spirit arrested him and become Christian. And the same Paul wrote how he lived his life, and the same Paul wrote how he died. You never ask yourself, how can a dead man write his book? Write how they killed him. Are you not foolish? You open your mouth, you read Bible, you say, God created Adam and Eve. But I told you that God created the first son of Igbo man, Igbo land, that he never migrated from anywhere. He was created an Igbo. You start asking questions. You say, how can a man come from nowhere and be... But you believe that God just created Adam from nowhere and he was found himself in a Garden of Eden. And all of a sudden, he sleep, wake up, he saw another woman by his side. You believe all this delusional story, but you want to ask question about the Igbo story. You don't want to believe it because it has to do with you now. Because the Bible story have made you to be looking down on yourself. The Bible story have made you to not to believe that anything good will come from you. And they want to be put on the same level with America, with India, with Brazil, with Japan. Ask yourself, in China, are they Christian? But you are using Chinese phone. Ask, bring our brother Lozeus, who said that on white people brought car and this. Ask them, is it Britain that produced the first car and brought it to you? The people that you are using their science and technology, are they Christian? India has the best medical doctors and hospitals. Are they Christian? Chinese hold the world economy. Anything to be produced. Are they Christian? Why are you people not asking? You refuse to modify the foundation, to take the foundation of our forefathers. Our forefathers laid the foundation of science and technology for us. But instead of us to take it upon where they lived and died, we abandon it and be chasing shadow. And they want our forefathers to disappear back and they start building science and technology. And I ask you, why did Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, why they not enter motor until they die? Why did Jesus not enter motor? Jesus no know what to be car till he died. Why did the people you read in your whole Bible, why they not enter? Did you hear that any of them enter car? That is to tell you that their forefathers don't know anything about car. And their generation, which our generation, instead of us to go back, to take it upon ourselves, we are giving the glory to outsider. We want a miracle to come and do aeroplane. How will you go forward? Until you go back to your root that say that there is no food for lazy man. When you walk, you chop. If you don't walk, you cannot chop. That is the belief of our forefathers. Our forefathers never tell you that once you pray, you become a rich. Our forefathers pray that when you walk, you become rich. But because you are so naive, they have brainwashed you to start believing. You say no. They white people, they have culture. It's you that don't have culture. You that abandon your own. Today, Elon Musk is waxing strong on science and technology. Is that a prayer? Is Elon Musk a Christian? And they want to grow up. So you see the reason why they can never recognize us or see us in the same level they are. They know their ancestor. That is why they celebrate their ancestors today. Which day do you set aside to celebrate your ancestor? Every Sunday you go there shouting, Holy Ghost fire, fire your ancestor, fire your ancestor. Anything your forefathers did. Do you know the meaning of anything your forefathers did? Your forefathers, you are firing those that have a land you call the Igbo land today. Those that defended the land, fought for the land, and they have their own portion. What is your own portion today? If there is a heaven anywhere, we white people bring it to you. If there is a heaven where that is filled with gold, diamond, all the things they are preaching to you, and then the white people will come to give it to you freely. Ask yourself, why are they not taking the gold and the diamond you are seeing and they're not allowing you to take it? Why are they not allowing you access to your natural resources like your oils in your land? Why? They want you that they told you there is another one somewhere and you must buy for you to go there because they know once you buy, you cannot return again. You see it? They told you that the imbecile called Jesus is coming back. How many years ago do they told you that story? More than 2,000 years ago, right? And yet, the Wambe have not come back. and you are still waiting for him. Oh, in heaven, there is no many mansion. Who built the mansion with what? Sand. Is it your spirit will go and live in the mansion, or is it human being? How will you go to the mansion to live? How, with what skin? Because when you die, your body will be buried and it will decay. Is it your spirit will go to the mansion and be staying? Is it your spirit? Yananya Range Rover. Let me pause it here. We have a new person. Enyi Nayamba. May we know you? Okay. Ndewo. Ndewo. Ndewo nwa Chineke. Maazị Mmadụ, ọ bụ na o nwere something ị chọrọ itinye, ịgwakwa m itinye. Now, having said this, because my own pain is the rate they degraded and they wipe out everything our forefathers were doing. And they just turn all the tables around. And that is why I'm asking this question. I have asked many Reverend Fathers this question, which one day I will find any of them to ask them this question. If the white people are the people that brought everything to you, does it mean that our forefathers, how do they get the knowledge without it ponya hopper? Because today, how many people can have before, in our forefathers, they treat mad people. How do they know that somebody is mad? You have everything. But all of a sudden, somebody brought a very fat book that is filled with lies. How do they manage to even convince us? So the same book today, when they ask you, go and make research, you start going to Google. You say, let us go and ask professors. Do you know more than professors? Okay, I know more than professors. Because the professors are the one who teach us or who taught us that Mungo Park discovered River Niger? When a professor is teaching that Mungo Park discovered River Niger, because he is a professor in learning the brown-skilled colored lies, he become professor. What make him, you think he knows, is because of what he read from the book of liars. Now, instead of us to check our own history, we are waiting for the white people to tell us history. You are now reading your history. We say, when the Portuguese go to the Portuguese museum and see your history, you are not ready to go back to your root. You don't need to go to Portuguese to know your history. The question you should ask yourself, which person told the Portuguese the history? Or they just be on their place and get history? Because inferiority complex. You have made yourself fake. You have reduced yourself to be fake. You are no longer original. Instead of you to be teaching your own history. Have you seen any British telling person to go to Germany for the history of the British? Have you seen any German telling anyone to go to Italy for the history of Italy? Have you seen America telling you to come to India for any history of America? These people, they are the one to tell their history. They are the one to tell you who they are. Why can't we telling others who we are? That is why I disagree that any Star of David was found in Igbo land. There is nothing like Star of David in Igbo land. They told you that the Nigerian flag has a Star of David. That's a fallacy. Because they don't want to go back to the original history. Is there any person that is answering David in Beburugbo na Igbo? How does that star? Who named it Star of David? Tomorrow they will tell you that Ibuku is a Igbo David. The star that was found in Ibuku is an Ibuku star. Give it the name that it followed the place where it was discovered, not giving it the name of outsider. Mazi, do you want to say something? Yes, do you want to say something?
I tell you here. I'm not one can I want. This is what you have to do from some Asian components. How you think of that? So, what are you worried about? What am I going to
Mazi, all those things not under mechanization, and those things beyond that this are our generation. You know, this our own generation. Our fathers' generation, not our forefathers. The ones, our elders, current elders, are the ones that failed our ancestors, because our forefathers, our ancestors, laid the foundation. This is conversion for English. Ọ na-adọ nwata enwere mkpala akwụkwọ ndị be anyị na-akpọ nchụanwụ. Ọ na-eto ogologo, ịma na Igbo na-asụ n'olu n'olu. Ị ga-akpati ozugbo ịhụ anya tụnye nwa ahụ, ịtụnye n'imi, tụnye n'anya, nwa ahụ ga-anachiete back. Today those things are no longer preserved. Is it our forefathers who discover all those things? Is it their duty to preserve it, or our duty to preserve it? We no longer preserve those things. Today, India is one of the greatest doctors, medical people anyway. The best doctor and the best hospital is located in India. What do you think that India? Do you know that the best doctor in India today, before he or she will touch you, he will first of all do their traditional this thing, consult their omenala, and do some sacrifice. And after doing this, before they will go into treatment to you, they modify everything and make it presentable. America today, yesterday, like my child, their school say everybody must dress on costume for Halloween. What is Halloween? It's American culture. It's not an European culture. What is Halloween? If you are in my side, I need a team mom. Here will be team mom. Good. In a normal way, when you come to the village square, you will see different type of different type. Every group, every age group, and the other people has their own type of masquerade. They will dress to come for that any festival in that village. That was what America did yesterday, and the whole world, because they have already elevated their own, they keep their culture, and today the world is celebrating their own culture, the American culture. Today, most of the women in Africa, today is Women's Day. Today is Women's Day. What brought the Women's Day? They will not answer. Is Women's Day the whole world day? No. The Women's Day are the American women who died what is it called? There's a job they are doing and they died. Because of that, the American, they protested, and it's like during the protest they were killed for something. I have forgotten the story where. Now from there, the American honored them. Today, about women riot, how many people remember it? You choose to celebrate Women's Day that happened in America, but you forget about women riot to make it, to find a day to celebrate it.
We leave our home to celebrate other people's joy. That is our mental problem over there.
And that is why we can never be on an equal level with them. Now, How? What? I'm not into programming.
I'm telling you, tell about the possibility of
now, Hana Lolo na my company, but on what if Hani made that company? Mbosim mana Hana Lolo na this my company, but the day I got what is it called in Milan? A place where every company will come and showcase what they are producing. So, because my company is into production of different metal mechanical, this Dawson and Kane. In other words, most of the contracting Kaijikita, the machines, the Continental and the tire, my company na lolo here. Machines pere njalo tire, buy one na lolo here. Many company manding canal machine eji alo efe. He had one all here my company no produce. Now, the day I got there, I saw many Indians. You look the our company's tag, Ndie select Ngabia there. I was one of those that was selected. And when I see them, I put behind a company. So after this thing, I meet one of them. I ask them, which of the branch are you working? He said he stayed in India. He worked from home. And I said, how do they pay you? They paid him with the equivalent more than what they are paying me. They are paying him almost times 2 of my own salary. And I was like, what? He said, yes. Work according to your merit. They beg him. But this more than 8 hours. He worked from home. And you can all computer kija all. Nothing concern them with hard labor. Now, the topic again is Chidimma, Amaya is my dialect. Because most of the most people na seen all Igbo enwechara na enwe some asụsụ na-adịrọ n'ala Igbo. Ihe ga-asị bụ na enwere asụsụ unu na-amabe unless me ya emebele exist before. Or mele exist mgbe Igbo ihe dị na ọ ka bịara abịa ma ọ bụrụkwala ihe ihe dị. Most of our program one night one by one certain time on address. Or gịnị ka a na-akpọ goal. When say that na goal is called the okpu. Osimumba na ya no be that a very word before. Gịnị kwa bụ hajani na chiwa mochi. Nse na goal inye goal bụ inye okpu. I make it here after much consultation obiakwete. Our own, the problem we blame our ancestors. We degrade our ancestors. We insult our ancestors. And that brings me to the question, do you know your ancestors? Who is your ancestors? When you hear ancestor, how is your ancestor become evil? Is it our ancestors that failed or we that failed our ancestors? Everything the Western world and the other countries are enjoying today, our ancestors laid the same foundation for us. But what happened? We failed to take it up. We failed to take it where our ancestors stopped. We now start chasing shadow. Any person today insulting his ancestor, calling his ancestors evil, you are calling yourself evil. You are the evil person, not your ancestor. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is suffering for us. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in DSS today, fighting for us. And we are looking, voting for Peter Obi, shouting obedient, we move. Go and get your PVC. If years later now we fail to restore this Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will become ancestor. You will count him evil also. They'll say, oh, he refused, our ancestors never give you freedom. But you now, do you fight for the freedom or you are confused? And that brought me to the topic. I keep on hitting my brothers from Ikwere and Eka. Your shame, they shame me. All of you that is from Ikwere, that allow Benin people to be telling you history, that you migrated. Do you know the meaning of migrate? If you're a Benin man, you migrate from Benin, you should be speaking Benin language. If you are an Ikwere man, you migrate from anywhere, you should be speaking that language where you migrated. But because you are Igbo, you are speaking Igbo, and somebody is telling you that don't agree that the language you are speaking is Igbo language, say that it's a Eka language, don't agree. And you foolishly, in a broad daylight, agree to read. You see why I see you as most foolish idiot that I have ever existed. I respect those of you who knows themselves. People like Mazi Kainebi, even Ned Nwoko, and Deputy Jesus and rest of them who are championing, who have sense. Not what I live. You are now, Billy person is telling you. I see the another bingo with 37 teeth. He's saying our Robo people coming to tell you history. And they are starting the history when Nigeria was created, not before the creation of Nigeria. And you are listening to those people. You know get sense. A Benin man that don't even know where he came from, Ile Binu means blood, is now telling Eka, you doesn't agree that the Igbo you are speaking is Igbo language. Say it's a simile. Do you know the meaning of simile? And you foolishly agree to that, and you want me to respect you. Tomorrow, when we use it to Yabu, you say, why are you being Yabu? This is the reason. But you are now doing it with your korokoro eye. In 21st century, you speak Igbo, eat Igbo food, dress like Igbo man, do as an Igbo. Somebody somewhere who don't know his history is telling you not to agree. And you are making argument, and they want me to respect you. A Benin bingo that their Oba is sleeping with their sister and they never see it. It's like somebody sent me and say, a very dark man is doing a great job, he's fighting for Nigeria. I say, most of you are foolish. Somebody is earning a living and you are saying he's fighting for you. Do you know the meaning of fighting for you? If he's fighting for you, he should start from Edo State by asking the stupid Oba, the 48 million pounds that was given to you, where do you invest it? He saw it and he do I like say, you know, Sam. Most of you are imbecile. I don't want to take much because I have already spent more than 2 hours. And because of that, I will be rounding up for today's program. I want to give this word to Ndi Igbo. First, Igbo has no connection with Israel. Any person that is teaching you history and they teach about Igbo history and they connect it to Israel, that person is just nothing but a fool. He knows nothing. Don't pay attention to the person. And I challenge any person that will come and tell you that Igbo is from Israel on open debate. There are two people are trying to connect Igbo with, which Igbo has no connection with those things. Igbo has nothing to do with Igodomigodo. It has nothing to do with Ndi Igbo. Ndi Igbo bu Ndi Igbo. Igodomigodo is Igodomigodo. We are not connected. Igbo has no connection with Idu. In Egemonti, Igbo has no connection with Israel. Igbo be Igbo. If any Igbo man, like they know Igbo as people that always travel, it never started today. If there is any Igbo man that go and hustle in Idu and he find favor there and later return, that does not mean that Ndi Igbo migrate from there. When he return, he meets people that is speaking Igbo there. The people never left with him. So that is why it's asked the person, if you migrate, one thing you will know is that no matter how you migrate, you must migrate with your language. Migration don't change language. So before you know where you came from, the first question is you will look into is the language you are speaking. Where is this language from? If you can trace the originality of Igbo language to present in the Igbo today, it means that they never migrate anywhere. That they are the original people created to be Igbo. And if you say there was a language they were speaking, I challenge any person, which language was Igbo speaking before the Igbo language came in? Which language? You cannot say any language. It means that it was in Igbo land that the Igbo language started. It means that this is Ndibo who they are. If you say Igbo people, this ask yourself, the Ofe Obolo, Ofe Egusi, Ofe Onugbu, and the things Akpu Ndi Igbo Neri, which other people were eating Akpu in the olden days before today? There are some questions you need to ask so that you will not be deceived again. The Star of Ibuku, anyone tell you that the Star of David was found in Igbo land, ask the person who named the Star of David. Was Star of David written on the body of the star that was discovered, or that the people who want to make Igbo race to stop existing tell you that it was Star of David? Because we are good in the giving credit to others instead of taking credit of what we achieve. There is nothing like a Star of David in Igbo land. What we have is Star of Igbo. Igbo Star, because it was discovered in Ali Igbo. Now, which history told you that this star was used by David? In the history of the name given in Ali Igbo, is there any part of Ndi Igbo never Banya David? Or Banya Abraham? Or Banya Esau? Or Cain? These were never names of Ndi Igbo. Now, who told you that Star of David was found in Ali Igbo? There is no any Star of David. That you have a similar something does not mean that it is from there. Is Israel speaking Igbo language? The answer is no. Ndi Igbo na asu Igbo, right from time. It never changed. And the Igbo or Menala has no connection with a Jewish. We are not Jewish people. And you are not the Jew. Ihe Igbo bụ Ndi Igbo. Ihe jimabu Ndi Igbo bụ omenala. That is why I just say ordinala no omenala. Ordinala be he meeting at that time. That no omenala bụ kai invented by us. So when you want to teach Igbo history, teach it with respect. Because he relates Igbo to Idu. He relates Igbo to Israel. Yahweh is like Akoko Bible that never existed anywhere. Our history should remain our history. Everybody migrated. That is a lie. If everybody migrated, where do you migrate from? Then when you were migrating, that place you are migrating, what was the language? Because if everybody were migrating, it means that you are one before. Which language were you speaking? There's no any one language. Who now divide it? God creates every people. And when he creates each people, he gives them their language. Before the coming of the brown-skilled people called Ndoka, Ekwensu no na Igbo. Ekwensu bụ mmụọ eji eje ahịa. Now, were you in good relationship with that Ekwensu? Yes. Then the Bible come and told you that the Ekwensu is now Satan. Do you know? You don't know the meaning of Satan. We don't know Satan. And Ekwensu is not Satan. Ekwensu is totally different from Satan. When you read this evil story, the fallacy they call Bible, then tell you that Satan is the most beautiful angel in heaven. And the Satan has a golden voice, according to them. And the Satan is the right-hand man to God because of the handsomeness and the golden voice. Now, how come when they want to draw the image of that Satan, they draw a black man that has 2 horns and tail? That is scary. Is that your own definition of handsomeness? Is that not a sign that to show you that whatever these people is saying is a fallacy, a constructed lies, and you believe it? If onye dị oji, ọ bụrụ gị ekwensu, if onye dị ọcha, ọ bụrụ gị onye ọcha, ọ bụrụ gị nje. You ask yourself, those that tell you there is heaven somewhere, there is hellfire, I say it and I maintain it with a good, I stand to debate you, any of you. There is no heaven anywhere and there is no hell anywhere. If you say there is heaven, according to your book of lie called Bible, it said, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. Underline the word, in the beginning. God created heaven and earth. In other words, the heaven is not existing. Earth is not existing. Where was God before then? The place where God was or is before creating heaven and earth, what was it called? What is the name? You cannot give it a name because it doesn't exist. That is just to tell you that the people that constructed the lie called Bible book is just they are using your brain. Stop believing it. And anyone tell you now, then tell you that this and that. They told you that Satan is in hellfire. Which of the Satan are you fighting on this earth? Is it the one on hellfire that is waiting for you to be in hellfire with him? Because according to the Bible, they say Satan is in hellfire. Which of the Satan is on this earth that God threw to the earth? You see that the lies is the 2 horns. Then I told you again that Jesus, the oracle, come to die for your sin. Please, which of the sin did he die for you? That if you commit today, you know that Jesus died for your sin. Secondly, you claim to be a Christian. Is Jesus a Christian? The answer is no. Was Jesus a Christian? The answer is no. The disciple of the zombie called Jesus Christ, is he a Christian? The answer is no. How did you become a Christian? It's the European culture you are claiming today. And the deity you are worshiping called Jesus is a deity. It's a deity the same way you have a deity in your village. In other words, you are an idol worship. You are an idol worshiper. They say our forefathers never do anything. Our forefathers were able to cure malaria, cure headache, cure stomach pain, cure ulcer, cure all manner of disease. In other words, our forefathers knows what is medicine. They knows how to use it to treat. Our forefathers knows how to do farm. They say, oh, our forefathers never know science and technology. Our forefathers knows science and technology. That is why they call it Nkanozu. What is science and technology? It's Nkanozu. They produce. The cutlass they use to farm, they produce it. The hoe they used to cultivate, they produce it. Our forefathers did everything. The people that failed us is this generation that failed to take it where our forefathers live it, stop, to modify it, and they put it into the computer age. Because according to you, the forefathers of the white people never know what is car. It is there. The forefathers, the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the rest that you read in the Bible, none of them enter car, none of them enter plane. Because those things, they know nothing about it. Then, you're in your age now, you show those things. Why are you not able to produce your own? When our forefathers, they produce Ubamala, this canoe, because that was what first come to them. Anything they come, they produce it. Our forefathers produced dengon. Our forefathers were able to produce orthopedic or whatever it's called, which is in the Nabo. Our forefathers produced midwives. Our forefathers produced herbal doctors. You now, which one are you producing? Our forefathers were able to discover a land and know that this land is fertile. This land is good. The weather is okay. There is a rainy season. There is sun. The sun cannot be, it's not too hot like the one of Dubai. It's not like the Europe. The cold weather is not that cold. Here is the perfect where we can stay. Our forefathers discover all these things and they give them, they fought for that land. They give us the land. Today, which one have you? You are a slave because you fail to protect that land our forefathers give to you. Our forefathers discovered the food we are eating. Today, in the chaka, iliofe egusi, iliofe ogbono, iliofe nsala, iliofe onubu, courtesy of our forefathers. In eri talaji, in eri akpu, courtesy of our forefathers. In eri akidi enu, in eri akidi ngwako, in eri agwa, courtesy of our forefathers. In eri igbabu, ndi oka, in eri ndi iche iroji, irie with manu, the process is manu ahoga bigas. This is what our forefathers did for us. Currently, I ask you, which one are you doing? In beside, called Jesus. Miracle money. Heavily raise, I know go tire, heavily raise, I know go tire, heavily. Which heavenly raise? There is no heaven anywhere. Our forefathers has done their best. It's left for you now to do the remaining job. Don't blame your forefathers because these people has done their best. Today in Europe, Italy, and other countries that are in Europe are celebrating their dead ones, their ancestors. They honor them. They give them flowers. Flower is one of the precious gifts in Europe. Flower, the same way our ancestors in Europe, what they give is flower. Today, their government declare public holiday for both the strangers and the indigenous in honor of their forefathers of the dead ones. Which day are you honoring your forefathers? Do you know your ancestor? Are you the people protecting? Do you still protect your ancestor? The answer is no. You label your ancestor evil and you worship the ancestor that slaughtered your people for more than 400 years. You are still worshiping the ancestor of somebody who put you in a slave. As Africa today is suffering, courtesy of Europe, and you are worshiping their ancestor. Are you not evil too? Are you not the weapon that hold your people? Are you not? In and the knockout. That is knockout. They are celebrating. Today is like a December Christmas for them. In one way, the ancestors had already managed Manon.
There's nothing like December. There's nothing like celebration of that nonsense December.
I'm telling you.
One of the dates which they celebrate every 25th in Italy here. They celebrate one of the dates every 25th of December. There's nothing like December. All this African Christmas. Now put up their ancestors. In the 60 years, in the 70 years, you cannot do it. If you can, because you have rejected your land. That is why your land has rejected you.
Master can run up. Can you no chance? Can run up. Now, having said this, today is public holiday. They celebrate their ancestor. Is there any day you map out to celebrate your own ancestor? No. But every Sunday, you carry your history, your fake history book. You say, thunder, fire your ancestor. Holy Ghost, fire your ancestor. And how will you go forward? They deceived you and told you that Easter is the day, the monkey, the imbecile, died. Ask yourself, the date of a death is unchangeable. Why is Easter changing every year? And it must be on Sunday. It never one day fall on Monday. It never one day fall on Tuesday. It never one day fall on Wednesday. It never one day fall on Thursday. It never one day fall on Friday. It never one day fall on Saturday. Only on Sunday. Ask yourself, if your father died on the 7th of January 1990, that 7th of January, if it's on Monday, is it on Monday? It will be every day. It changes. Why is your own Easter not changing? That is because Easter celebration is a deity celebration. If you are celebrating a deity, like there are some alụsị n'ala Igbo, ọ bụ mbọsị eke ka eji akwado ha. Olili ote ahụ bụ mbọsị eke. Like that olili a ga-abụlili eke. Agụgide ihe a na-akpọ eji eri ebu ịgụ ụbọchị. Agụgide ọ bụrụ na ọ da na n'olio e shift onye mbọsị eke, iwu bụ na ege shift riri, iwu bụ na ọ ga-ada na mbọsị eke e wee rie ya. That is how Easter is being also. But they're not telling that is the death of Jesus Christ. Ask yourself, how did he die only on Sunday, not on Monday? The date is not changing. Why is it that at times the date will be on, he will die on the March, at times he die on February, at times he die on April, even at times he die on May? No more. Yet you cannot ask questions. Stop abusing your ancestors, and they start respecting them. And the teach Igbo history, get sense. This is all I have to say, and I thank every one of you. Kaiga to Mazi Osisi Oji, Mazi Osisi Oji Biko Ganiru before Kairan does your up. Ndewo.
You see, what if they got celebration of Christmas? Italians celebrate their god of famine. That is every 25th. Like the one they have the holiday they have today, and 25th of that December. They will celebrate their idols, their deities, not Christmas. But you see, some of us now preparing to go home for Christmas, not knowing that they are going to celebrate Arosin Dioza. Then you want to be I think the Ifa Yaba, the bottom for no heaven and above father. There be a book who are not here. Not knowing that no one celebrate Arosin Dioza. Then wasn't KDB as Kediki can see where Fallo say you rocky. I show the Fallo, even though I go down to Sagodo, I had a Fallo safe. No, you go there, go to Kainame.
Exactly.
Some of them have in public. In different idea, that he or she is a Christian. Now, Jack, who made you a Christian? When you're a Christian, do you know that you have totally rejected it for number Sandigo? Okay. Ikwetara na ekpebere ndị Igbo mana ikwetara na ndị Igbo ị na-azụ okwu ị na-eje claim na obi gị ikwetara asụsụ Igbo ị na-eri nri ndị Igbo ife omenala ndị Igbo na-atọ gị ụtọ then ịpụtazie sọ ndị nke ahụ ndị na-atọ gị ụtọ ka ndị Igbo sizi ekpere chi ha anwa isi mba n'ọzọ nke ndị ọzọ ka ị dị proud of ifere megbuo gị gị nwe okenye dịgo 60 years 70 years na-eme nkọyeri ifere gbuo gị. Kedu ife anyị ga-amụta n'aka kedu ife ụmụaka gị if not even anyị nwasịrị maka anyị amalụ gị ife kedu ife ụmụaka ịmụtalụ ya amụta n'aka gị asị nna ha ebe imepụrụ ọnụ ifere emeghị pụta in public na-asị na iwe Christian gbuo gị kedu emeghị iwere Christian ịmakwa ma abụọ na oge ọbụla mpụta fụ ndị ụmụagadi nwoke n'Italy mgbe ife na-akpata m n'uche ọkwa ndị anụnwawo ndị anụnwawo ndị so na ndị after the slavery ndị kpọkọrọ all the slaves chelo na kekọ ha chen na aga n'ụkwụ ugwu a na-akpọju ha ihe ka nna afọ every time m fụrụ elderly Italian n'obodo a oge ọbụla m fụrụ onye Itali kago nka ihe abụ ya na-agbata m n'uche ana ofu ndị agadi nwoke a mechaa ọrụ rụcha ana niile a ka ndị be anyị na-eje asa ike nsị ha ma anyụ nsị Among him and the Bayana church and the Hana Chefkali. After the slavery for 400 years, the Abel wouldn't negi one nagi, rape woman why, Buwan di Mafo, Volum crocodile. Meshazi will tell you God, and the who follows now Christian, who follows now Muslim. When you may sing in Abia, will tell you China Bello. Just up Diana Queen, listen, if I had a Mandialas now Muslims. Even Monday Christian. If I had a moon, ma be pussy gifanina, ever no Nadia graveyard here. Here you open a gave out from ever. I go open a well flower there with that. When you about you, even till now. Open an agad dear. When I came up, but in the Talafu, the one was up time, in a one bota. Because I would sacrifice had put to into. And he was a carry the same with that, even though Nana Shoka can destroy a man or a woman. Malone Ife, this now, especially in Digo. When about this now, our ancestors, or when you family alone, this generation with the problem of Ndigo, not our ancestors. They did everything humanly possible to make sure that had been done, they also need yoga. Into map. So, in modern that Mercedes in an abata, no about this generation designer there. So they are not claiming that the ancestors and we family. It's now this generation they produce who the first people produce Mercedes, Toyota. You might not the ancestors, then they continue from where the ancestors stopped.
Exactly.
Now if your ancestors maintain a Maggie, oh, give one, Bunsubu Maggie. You money here who your ancestors who may follow, he may abandon. Jaquaketa give revive warrior. Jaqueta give revive warrior. Makoga, whatever the cargo, all of our bomb, no is in the afo. Can if you are a balloon, or can we get any survival? I don't want to go in on or in. You will get even anywhere in our roll, you with anyone, or you will be in our colony, or got if a quality, or would if any care they go now. Or open a wooch. I'm going to move for the my na IPOB also. We see now say Afu. Now, Kusika Christianity, you could Christianity say Khalifa 7. Nobody found a bookita. We look at the Luchu no Malona. Open I had to go free from Christianity. No, yeah, is so good. Oh, yeah, with the main problem I will.
Uche Hanala Guahona.
Where's name of FIFA? You could go. I want to check here. Oh, Ghana, we from I said we are Biafrans fighting for our freedom. I said the name of I know here about Jesus.
You're
one. Oh, I know here about Jesus. Oh, got to come. Why not know about us?
Onye dechara akwụkwọ gwa gị na-eji 2x2 wee pịagbu.
Who the first people on this earth before other human beings? When the alphabet is whether that's Adam and Eve who was invented by human being. Adam A-D-A-M Adam or God made that alphabet invent called human being. And it goes to Adam and Eve who the first people.
Maazị akụkọ a na-agba anya mmiri. Ọ bụdị na ebe o ji afụ m ụfụ n'ahụ bụ na Adam and Eve ka ha si gị n'ọnyụ a bụ the first creature and the Adam and Eve ka e create ha wee mụta ụmụ nwoke na-abụ sọsọ ụmụ nwoke na-abụ ha mụtara nwaanyị dị ha akwụkwọ ahụ wee gwakwa gị ofu nwoke wee gbuo ofu nwoke wee gbapụ ọsọ gawa na the land of Nod wee jee nụrụ nwaanyị. Na onye kreatiri onye ahụ ọnụta dị onye wu nne ya ha chọrọ ịza gị ha sizie gị na ihe dị na Baịbụl no thing of a spirit mana ha chọrọ ịnata ite ha jụrụ ozi ese onye ha na ụdị kedu onye mụtara ya kedu onye kelie
I said do not touch the anointed because I'm beginning of father. Who anointed the who and above father? So they made the anoint. Who sure you get you anoint?
Million wako.
Because they the board na judge you. Enough here so ya money for me. Oh here who go guy get you well. Who guy get you well na judge you well leave. Here who guy get you well leave. Okay for hana guitar. Nsogbu ya dị n'iru. Nsogbu ga dị n'iru.
I'm telling you.
Ndị nwanne mmadụ jisi ike.
Ndewo nwa Chineke, ndewo. I ga-abịa round up here. Enyi na ya mba, you have something to say before anyị akụchizie nke taa na man go almost 3 hours. Ọ dị ka enyi na ya mba are busy. M ga-abịa kputuo the curtain here because anyị ezigozi okay nwa Chineke gaa n'iru. Ndewo nwa Chineke, ndewo. Ya malụ gị ma ndewo. Osisi ọjị ndewo. Ekenekwa m onye ọbụla wepụtara ohere ya. Radical media, isi m bring gị in, please. Okay, I will do so. Let the link here. Radical media, one person in respect is so much you bring here in. Kita can for comment here. Come nyekwu anwu welu maka extend the time for Radical media ngwa biazie ka njiluzie gị wee mechie the program. The link in there can extend the point to more 15 minutes because I'm already exhausted. If not, I will need my number. And Radical media. I'm only homeware for us. Abonning on our TikTok, you can also join on TikTok more easily. Because I'm alongside this, I watch all the corner Facebook, kiss I watch. The link in Ebening.
If it's not, what should you put on? What put the idea? What put it? What Tia be what? What?
CD Apotoisa. Abukani nwe question ihe ni na ikwu here. Ibata your question oge ka anyị na-che radical media. Radical media ị na-egbusikwa oge. Ị ka nọkwa there?
Daddy.
Etoto ti akwa lu awofuli.
No, cha.
Radical media warrior. Radical media warrior. Kaiji na-echego dia ka anyị welu egwu ndị bi na wee mechizie wee na-echetu obele ọ bụ na nchekwa ya more 5 minutes Radical ọ na mafụlọ gị draw the curtain ka anyị na-eche ka anyị were egwu ndị Bini wee chetukwu onye obere.
For your house.
No be for my house. Bini jaga jaga. Oba dey for palace.
He said our land in a country. Oh, we take. Oba dey for heaven. Oba people dey for fire. Fire service come. Fire service come. You from Edo to Jericho, Oba of Benin Geta. From Edo to Jerusalem, Oba of Benin Geta. From Ecuador to Equatorial Guinea, na Oba of Benin still Geta. After the Queen or King of England, na Oba of Benin be the next. Oba no dey go transfer, but Oba dey go club before Dubai. Oba get enough, but Oba dey collect salary from Sultan of Sokoto. Oba na supreme, but Oba people no dey chop belle full. Oba na supreme, but Oba people no get light. Oba na supreme, but Oba people no get good road. Edo dey Canada, Edo Odion, but na Edo still dey wash plate. Edo dey Italy, Edo Odion, but na Edo still dey pack dirty. Make una dey deceive una sef. Very soon, una go face reality. Oba I come pay for your house, no be for my house.
Bini jaga jaga. Oba dey for palace.
He said our land, he dey collect all the money. Give a cow,
Go take.
go to cow, Oba dey for heaven, Oba people dey for fire.
Fire service come.
Fire service come. Oba fit come your house, he go say make you pack comot. Oba fit come your community, he go say make all of una comot. Say he wan make use of the community land, all of una go pack comot. I hear say dem say anything wey Oba of Benin talk must come to pass. I hear say dem say Oba of Benin talk say no more kidnapping for Benin again, but dem still dey kidnap. I hear say dem say Oba say no more human trafficking, but human trafficking still dey go on. Abeg o, I say make I ask those of una wey no dey ask question, wetin happen to Oba of Benin? Because as we dey tell una say na photocopy Oba dey that palace, una no dey believe. Wetin dey happen? Because this present Oba, the way I dey see am, e be like say na tax collector wey wear Oba mask, na him dey for inside that palace. Dey collect money, e no care about the sufferness of the people.
Oba pay for your house, no be for my house. Bini jaga jaga. Oba dey for palace. They send their land.
Dey collect
For the money, give a cow we go chop, goat we go chop, cow we go chop.
Oba dey for heaven, Oba people dey for fire.
Fire service come, fire service come.
Yes, so because why I say this very photo Oba na tax collector, be say na so money e dey collect. E go collect from Nigeria government, e go pocket am. E go collect from Edo state government.
Na Shoro Oba o, Shoro
Collect
Oba.
from Chinese
Oba turn
companies,
to Shoro,
e go pocket am.
Shoroti.
E go collect from British government because of the
International Shoro.
artifacts wey dem thief for our land. Igodo artifacts, Oba collect 48 million pounds from British government. That 48 million pounds, only him wan pocket am. That money na billions upon billions of naira wey go fit repair Edo State, all the whole road for Edo State. Build enough companies, our people go dey chop nyafu. But Oba no do am. Instead, only him wan pocket the money. E just say we no go know. Oba just know only him own. Na him make all the whole road for Benin don start and finish. Everything for Edo State don turn upside down. Oba no dey fit talk. All the whole road for Edo State don scatter finish. Oba of Benin no dey talk anything. Fulani herdsmen dey kill, dey kidnap. Oba no fit talk anything.
I go dey talk.
Because the
I dey
land
put
no
am
be
there
good.
now. May
I
talk,
know
may
say
the
Oba
fire.
go soon go back to Ile-Ife.
Panos one.
Because he don see am say
Panos
the
one.
owners
Oba
of the
wey dey
land don rise up. Yes, and very soon they will demand for their land. Oba of Benin dey sell land sharp sharp with any amount. Abeg my people, if una wan buy land, make una dey careful o. Make una no buy land from Oba o. Make una no follow am buy land because e go play una 419. Oba no get land for Edo o. Oba no get land for Edo State. We go soon chase am comot for our land, the land of Igbodo.
Oba Adam pay for your house, no be for my house. Benin jaga jaga. Oba dey for palace, dey sell their land. All the people, how we go chop, goat we go chop, cow we go chop. Fire service come, oh, oh, oh.
Fire service come, Oba Adam pay
For your house, no be for my house. Edo jaga jaga. Oba dey for palace.
He sell our land, he dey collect all the money.
Give am how we go chop.
Oba dey for heaven, Oba people dey for heaven.
Fire service come.
Fire service come.
Eh? Radical media warrior anya follow gị and I think anya agbanigo nke tata daalụ rienne ekene m onye ukwu kene onye nta wesi ndụ mmiri ndụ azụ asụ mmiri ata na mazụ anwụna nke onye chiri onye azụ elu onye unu ka na n'onye n'ụbọchị nke tata bụkwa MAP eziokwu bụ ndụ 1 alụmelu ndị Benin 1 the only man who has stop Benin miscreant at this social media. I salute every one of you. And like I told you people, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need his people to rise up. This is the hour for us to fight for our freedom and end anything that has to do with saga. And come on, let us find a means to unite to face these zombies called Nigeria and the Oba people and eradicate them. Kaibowa haka nalawa freedom. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need people to fight for him, and the people that will fight for him are the people he left outside, he left behind, those his followers. We need to involve anyone. On this note, I say may God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, God bless MAP, God bless IPOB worldwide, and God bless Eastern Security Network. God bless you all. Until I come your way again. Remember, no retreat, no surrender. God bless you all. Mazi Radical Media. And so no cause for alarm. Next time now, I can next time. And so no dull moment. Or they can use network in this Zoom. Eh? I have a network on this Zoom, cause Daddy. Man, answer what? Oh, get it. Man, answer what? Until next time, I get when I got transfer. I got that. Now my line in them.